Hi everyone. I'd like to show you how to make a potato salad with kefir avocado dressing. This is a really great recipe because it combines both prebiotic and probiotic foods. So the prebiotics are in the potatoes with the resistant starch as well as the garlic and the onions. And of course the probiotic is in the kefir. It also contains avocado, which is a great source of essential fatty acids and other beneficial fats. And I'm combining in this recipe sweet potatoes with white potatoes because I just think that's a really cool combination. And I hope you like garlic because this has a nice garlicky taste. So let's begin. So what I have here is I have about a cup and a half of yellow potatoes with about a cup or maybe a cup and a quarter of sweet potatoes. And I did the measurement after I cut it into cubes. So I cut it into cubes and then put it into the measuring cup to see how much there was. I've got about a tablespoon of dill, and I have a stalk of celery that I've cut up into pieces. I've got a green onion that I've also chopped up into pieces. I've got 2 medium garlic cloves. I've got, and that's going to be the basis of the salad. And then for the dressing, I have an avocado. I have some kefir here. I have some honey, so I'm going to put in a whole avocado. I'm going to put in about, anywhere from a quarter to a half a cup of kefir. It depends on how much goo I get out of the avocado here. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of honey, and this is raw honey. And I'm going to add the garlic, of course, to the dressing. And then I'm going to season this with sea salt and pepper. Okay, so that's our basic ingredients. And the first thing we're going to do is to start to cook the potatoes. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to cook the potatoes. So you can see here that I have fashioned out a steamer using a pot with about maybe, an inch and a half of water in there and a colander. So all we're going to do is add our potatoes to the colander, and then we're going to put a lid on it. And this lid is obviously much bigger than the pot and the colander, and you kind of want to have that because you don't want too much steam to be able to escape, or it just takes that much longer. So the steam is going to escape through these little holes here on the side, and we'll just start this. And the lid does like to fall off, so just be careful that you've got it balanced properly. Not that it'll do anything, it'll just make a really loud bang. And what you're waiting to see is that the steam is coming out on either side. And as you can see, it's just starting here. So I put the water in and I brought it to a boil first. And then I added the potatoes so that we could get the steam happening faster, sooner. And that's just an easier way to do it. Okay, it may be hard to see this on camera, but the steam is happening. So I'll just take the lid off so you can see that there is condensation in here, and you can see this, hopefully you can see the steam coming up off the potatoes. So we're going to do this for about 10 minutes. Sometimes it takes as much as 14 minutes. It's going to depend on how hard the potatoes are. So the harder the potato, the longer you have to steam it. And it usually ranges between 10 minutes to 14 minutes. All right, so it's been about 12 minutes, and you can see we have lots of steam here. And I'm just going to test to see how easily the potato lets a fork go into it. The same with the sweet potato. So these are ready. So we're going to let these cool while we make the dressing. I want to show you how to make a avocado kefir dressing. So we have 1 avocado, and it's nice and ripe and soft. We have a quarter to a half a cup of kefir, and it's going to vary depending on how much stuff you get out of the avocado. We're going to use about a tablespoon of honey. We're going to use sea salt and pepper to taste, and we're going to use a couple of cloves of garlic to give it a nice garlicky taste. So as you can see, I'm using the Liberté Kefir here, which again, I'm not saying you have to use this. It's just this is easy to find in a lot of stores. And it is made with Russian kefir grains with 32 strains of good bacteria and yeast. So if you want the best kefir, you want one made with Russian kefir grains. I have my own kefir grains. I make my own kefir. I prefer my own kefir because I use whole milk, and this is made with 2%, so I like a richer taste. And it's just better for you to have the whole milk because you're getting more vitamin A and D and more essential fatty acids. But you find what works best for you. If you can't find a kefir made from Russian kefir grains, then you can use a regular kefir, or you can use yogurt. You could also use, if you're looking for a dairy substitute, you can use a coconut kefir or coconut yogurt. All right, so I'm sure as you know that when you peel a avocado, that you need to mix it with lemon or lime to prevent it from going brown. So I just wanted to show you, using a piece of pH paper, or at least trying to use a piece of pH paper, if I can get it off here, exactly how much of an acid the kefir is. So the kefir is going to be the acid that prevents the avocado from discoloring. And if I hold this up, you can see it is a 4 on the pH scale here. It's about 4. So it's not as strong an acid as lemon juice or lime, but it's still strong enough, which is anywhere from, I think it's around 2.5 lemons and limes are. But it's still strong enough to prevent this from discoloring. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to peel our avocado. Okay, and then we're just going to remove this from the pit. And that gives us the meat that we want from the avocado. Now we're just going to take a potato masher and mash it. And you can add the kefir at this point. And the goal here is to get it nice and smooth. Now, at this stage, I'll be honest, you wouldn't like the taste of it because it's kind of bland avocado with sharp kefir. It really needs the other ingredients to make it pop. Okay. So at this point, we're going to add our tablespoon of honey. And remember that this is raw honey, so it has 10 strains of good bacteria and yeast. But one of the things the honey does is sort of take out the sharper tones of the kefir and makes it taste better in combination with the avocado. And we can add a bit more kefir here because our mixture is pretty thick. And we're going to also want to put in our garlic. So I'm just going to smush the garlic, and that makes it easy to peel. And then I'm going to put it into my handy dandy garlic press and press it out. And I can add some sea salt and pepper. So I'll start with the pepper, and then I will add the sea salt. And again, I do this by taste because this is the best way to do it. And I do find that the sea salt in particular makes a big difference into how this tastes. Now at some point when you think you've mushed it enough with the potato masher and you want to get it a little smoother, you can switch to a whisk. Now if that's too thick for you, you can still put in a little more kefir. You could also do this in a blender. You want to make sure there's absolutely no lumps. A food processor or a blender can also be used, but I don't really care if there's a few lumps in it, especially if they're little lumps. And at this point, you're going to want to taste it. Oh, that's good. Just going to put a bit more salt in and a bit more pepper. Now what you get is a really nice, smooth, creamy dressing with a nice, strong garlic flavor. You can't really taste the honey. You can't really taste the kefir. You can taste the avocado a bit, but not a lot. It tastes kind of like guacamole. And there you have it. And so if you want to thin this down some more, you can. If you don't want to add more kefir because you think that might throw off the taste, you can add a bit of water. It's very versatile. And so you can use this on anything you like. All right, there's our kefir avocado dressing. Okay, we're ready to put our salad together now. So we've got our potatoes that are cooled, and we're just going to add our green onions and our celery and our dill. And then we're just going to put in some of the dressing. I'm not going to put it all in because we want to see how much coverage this gets, because we can always add more, but once we've added it, we can't take it back out. So that looks like plenty to me. Okay, hopefully that looks like plenty to you. And so now all we have to do is we're going to season it a bit more because the potatoes and sweet potatoes were not seasoned. And there you have it. You have a potato salad with avocado kefir dressing. I'm going to put this in the fridge now, let it chill. Personally, I like to eat it at room temperature, but if I'm not going to eat it right away, I do find potato salad tastes better if it's had a time to sit with the dressing and have the dressing sort of soak in. So I would put that in the refrigerator and then I would pull it out and bring it up to room temperature before serving. And there you have it. I hope you give this a try and I hope you enjoy it.